Hi, this is number 4. You must be committed at this point. I'm in deep, so here we go. Today we're going to talk about my favorite people at the IEP meeting, the parent. And I mean that very sincerely. Parents have an extremely difficult job, and for the most part, they do it well. Not everybody, but none of us are perfect. None of us do our job perfect. Parents are, for the most part, care about their child deeply. Their child is their only focus. Got it. Totally on board with that. I love the parents. I'm always happy when the parents come to a meeting. Rarely have I been at my IEP meetings without a parent. The majority of them are there, want to work together, get the job done that we have in front of us, and move forward with their child's education. But as any of us are human, they run the gamut. They can be our best friend, our worst enemy. It's all over the place. For the most part, they're on the friend side. Sometimes they come on board when they've got a preschooler, they haven't even attended our schools yet, and they're mad at us already. And I'm like, give us a chance. Come on, let us try. But I recognize very intensely the difficult position that the parents are in, and I am grateful every time they come to a meeting. It's interesting to me that I can have two parents in the same class. This parent, loves this teacher. Can't say enough, writes the director, this teacher's awesome, we're super happy, really great. And this parent over here is madder than a stung bee. Whatever. I don't get it, but they have their different places they're coming from. I understand, accept it, move forward. We're always trying to work with the parents. The parents have a difficult job. They have lots of power in this process. They don't need an advocate. Every single person at that table has spent a great deal of time with your child, especially if it's an initial IEP, first time, or it's what we call a triennial. We're going to get into all these terms and all these things and what they mean exactly. So the triennial, which is when we reevaluate a student, everyone is there for your child. It's not us against them. It's one team. You're on it. Whoever you bring with you, on it. We're all on that team. Believe it or not, the school district cares about your child as well. None of us, parents, and I'm talking to you directly, none of us came into education to get rich. We love your kids. We care about your kids. If we can all remember that everyone at that table cares about the child, you don't have to beg us to care about your kid. We made that decision long ago. We care about the kids. And as I talked in the second one about teachers, they need to be on board with that. If they're not, they need to find a new place to be. But for the most part, they're there, or they wouldn't be there. They're at that place. So what I want to say to parents is work with us, help us, give us the information that we need about your child, tell us the truth. I know I hear online, and please don't believe everything you hear online. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to deal with the online information that I found when I was researching to try to start this. So hostile. So much of it is hostile. Don't count that as your only source of information. I've worked with parents and they've come in for their initial IEP and they were afraid and they were, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Everybody says this is a horrible process. They're just only saying bad things about your kid. It's all about failure. And no. After initial IEPs, the parents are, for the most part, very grateful. Look at all this information I have about my child now. From an initial assessment or a triennial assessment, you will get solid facts from the assessments. You will get information about your child. And for the most part, parents are in agreement with that, with what is said at the meeting. Don't go in afraid. Go in looking forward to learning more about your child. Go in looking forward to learning more about the people that work with your child. What can they do? What can you do? What can we all do to help the child have an appropriate education and increase their abilities? So my plea to parents is, we love you, we care about you, we definitely care about your child. Give us a chance. Work with us, and hopefully to a positive outcome. So that's my plea for parents. Love you so much. And we'll see you next time for number